A week of, to me, against the Texas schools was defensively. I thought we played extremely well in both. You know, you hold Texas State to 56 points. I thought we did a pretty good job. Now, they had a couple of kids that hadn't been starting, came off the bench and kind of carried them. Brooke Holly, I thought, played extremely well for them and scored 21 points. But defensively, I thought we did a pretty good job to hold them to 56 points. Just couldn't put the ball in the basket, especially the fourth quarter. We've been kind of struggling finishing games, especially in the last two games. And then you go into the UTA game, and I thought we did a good job again on Van Dyke. And you held somebody in a Division I game to 38 points. It seemed like you could win it, but for the last 9 minutes and 40 seconds, we didn't score, So we're struggling a little bit from the field, something that we got to get better at. And I know last week our focus was mostly on defense, and I thought we did a pretty good job. And then going in this week, it'll be fun on Thursday against Troy as usual. They're top 15 in the country in scoring, number 2 in the country in rebounding. So it'll be a big challenge for us to kind of slow them down. But then you got to be able to score with them too. And then South Al, they've kind of been off lately. I think they're fighting the same things that we're fighting. They're not scoring as well as they did at the beginning of the season. So it'll be 2 tough games, but we're still in position to where we can finish in the top 4. Just got to take care of these 2 on the road and come back next week and take care of the Arkansas schools. Any questions? Well, usually, we're talking about today. In the past, that first round, we usually kind of struggle a little bit, start slow. I mean, a lot of teams do that. So it was always kind of like a warm-up game, like before conference. We always schedule something right before coming back from the holidays and the break and all that. But the problem this year is because there's so many injuries that we've had, I think we need every off day that we can get. So I think it would help us if we could get a bye, and I mean that's what we're playing for. But yeah, I think because of injuries and all that. But for as a coach and stuff for your team, sometimes that first game, especially if you can finish 5th or 6th, that first game's kind of like your warm-up game in case, or if you have a bad game, you still have an opportunity to win. Where the next game is usually a little bit tougher. He's shooting the ball, he's getting a little bit of confidence. We rely on Nakia and Troy Swain as catch and shoot kids, and I think they just been taking them out of the game. Simone Fields has been scoring pretty good, but they doubling her up, and they're taking away our strengths. I think the defensive on the defensive side, and to me, it's like I guess the question after the game was who's getting extra shots in the game, and we had one kid raise their hand. So I've never had that before. I think we practice so much on the defensive side that they have to find time to get in the gym and work on the shot. And I mean, if anybody's a shooter or knows anything about shooting, it's all about confidence. I mean, you got to get reps to get confidence, and evidently we're not doing that. So we'll provide that this week. We'll do a little bit more shooting. We really got to get a little bit more confident. Skylar Goodwin had, I think we only scored 9 field goals on Saturday night. She had 5 of them, so that's pretty low. But we just need to get in the gym and keep on working on and try to get better because they're shooters. If you're a shooter, I mean, I got 3 or 4 really good shooters. If you're a shooter, it's just a matter of having confidence. And, if they doubling you up, they can't double everybody up because we got an inside-out game. It's just ball hadn't been going in the goal.